The fire that killed 4 young children and seriously injured 3 others at a home daycare facility in Houston began when oil ignited inside a frying pan on a stovetop burner that had been left on. Attorneys for the daycare's owner insist she never meant to harm anyone. But legal experts say that if prosecutors can prove the deaths occurred because she abandoned the children to go shopping at a nearby Target, they don't need to prove intent to harm to secure the murder conviction that could send her to prison for life. Thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Testimony is expected to begin this week in the trial of Jessica Tada, 24, who fled to Nigeria after the February 2011 blaze but was later captured by authorities. She faces 4 felony murder charges as well as 5 other counts, including abandoning the child. The 7 children inside the home during the fire ranged in age from 16 months to 3 years old. The jury could be chosen Tuesday with opening statements scheduled for Wednesday in a trial expected to last at least a month. Tada initially is being tried on one of the "Thank you for trying" verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Murder counts related to 16-month-old Elias Castillo, who died of smoke inhalation. Prosecutors declined to comment before the trial. Her lawyers insist the charges are excessive and that when the blaze broke out, Tada tried to save the children. "People having an emotional reaction without knowing all the facts, that's the hardest thing," Mike DeGooden, one of Tada's attorneys, said last week. Philip Hilder, the Houston criminal defense attorney and former federal prosecutor, said while he doesn't think Tada intended to kill the children, that won't be the key issue at "Thank you for trying" verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Her trial. Under Texas law, the person can be convicted of felony murder if he or she committed an underlying felony, such as abandoning a child, and that action led to the death. It's going to be hard to find a legitimate reason to excuse the abandonment of these children, Hilder said. Besides the 4 murder charges, Tada also is charged with 3 counts of abandoning a child and 2 of reckless injury to a child. She remained jailed on bonds totaling more than $1.1 million since being returned to the U.S. from Nigeria. Thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. In March 2011, Tada was born in the U.S. but has Nigerian citizenship. At a pretrial hearing last week, Tada's attorneys tried to suppress several pieces of evidence, including a Target store receipt that arson investigators found at the home hours after the fire. Prosecutors say it shows she was shopping at the time of the blaze. Tada had told authorities she was in the home's bathroom when the fire broke out. DeGooden had argued investigators needed a search warrant because the receipt was at the bottom of a bag and "Thank you for trying" verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Not plainly visible. State District Judge Mark Brown disagreed, allowing the evidence. Grant Shiner, the Houston criminal defense attorney not involved in the case, said the defense's hardest task will be explaining how children who couldn't fend for themselves were left in a clearly dangerous situation. But prosecutors could face a challenge in convincing jurors Tada is guilty of murder, he said. It's a lot to ask a jury to hold somebody accountable for murder charges when clearly there was no intent to kill, Shiner said. Joe, thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Andrew Fee, another Houston attorney not connected to the case, said he believes Tada will be convicted in the case. The question will be if jurors decide Tada abandoned the children and that led to their deaths, he said. If the evidence is there should not be a problem in convicting her of murder, Andrew Fee said.